Gun violence in this country is an epidemic.
President Joe Biden promised to tighten gun laws, but he'll find it difficult to make good on that ambitious pledge, despite widespread public support.
Gun violence is a pandemic within a pandemic.
Here's why, and some key facts about the issue.
And stocks and scopes and all the fun stuff.
The United States has more guns than it does people. For every 100 residents, there are about 121 firearms in circulation, making the U.S. by far the most heavily armed society in the world. That figure belies the fact that gun ownership is actually becoming less common. Nearly half of households owned firearms in 1990. By 2016, that had dropped to a third. Ownership varies greatly state by state, though. In New Jersey, for example, 8% of households have guns. In Montana, that's 66%.
I have children myself, and I want their rights protected.
The U.S. Constitution enshrines the right to bear arms, which has been interpreted to allow individuals to keep weapons at home for self-defense. It's a right cherished by gun advocates.
Will you let the criminal minority take away the rights of the law-abiding majority, rights which are supposed to be guaranteed to us by our Constitution?
The federal government requires a criminal background check for most gun buyers, though, and tightly regulates the ownership of fully automatic weapons and silencers. Most other gun laws are set at the state level, where policies vary widely. Many Democratic-dominated states like California have tightened their laws. Rural and Republican-dominated states, such as Mississippi, are much more permissive.
And so I'm truly afraid that the gun violence we're seeing, not just mass shootings, but the daily gun violence we see in our communities, is going to increase in the coming weeks and months.
Most Americans do support tougher gun laws, according to Reuters Ipsos polling. Politicians in Washington have done little on the issue in recent years. One reason why? Those small rural states where gun ownership is widespread have a disproportionate influence in the U.S. Senate.
This is not and should not be a partisan issue. This is an American issue. It will save lives, American lives, and we have to act.
In March, the House of Representatives, which is controlled by Democrats, passed legislation to expand background checks.
President, the bill is passed.
But it faces long odds in the Senate, which is split 50-50 with Republicans.
No more hopes and prayers, thoughts and prayers. A vote is what we need.
Presidents can act on their own. After 2018's mass shooting in Las Vegas, which killed 58 people, President Donald Trump banned what are called bump stocks. It's a gun part that allows semi-automatic rifles to fire at a similar rate to fully automatic ones. For Biden, the focus is on so-called ghost guns.
These are guns that are homemade, built from a kit, that include directions on how to finish the firearm. You can go buy the kit. They have no serial numbers, so when they show up at a crime scene, they can't be traced.
It seems the political landscape may be shifting. The National Rifle Association was one of the most powerful lobbying groups in Washington.
Thank you very much.
In 2016, it gave $55 million to presidential and congressional candidates. In 2020, it was $30 million. Meanwhile, gun control groups like Moms Demand Action have stepped up their lobbying expenses over the past decade, though they still trail gun rights groups as a whole.